This is Kimberly Reuter, business advisor and supply chain expert. Welcome back to my podcast, The Morning Mood. Welcome back, my moodies. Tiana, I have named them. They're my moodies. Uh,
Yes. Love it.
I love it. And for all the women out there, you get it. So, and you guys probably get it too, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. That's what we like to say. So we are back with Tiana for Freedom Friday, and we today or this week we are talking about connection, the value of connection, and the freedom of connection, which would probably be a little weird to you guys
Mhm.
because you think being connected makes you less
Come
free,
on.
but we beg to differ. All right, Tiana, talk us through it. What's going on with connection?
So for me, connection, right, is really about building the community that you need in the season you need it, but also understanding what it is to have them
Mm-hmm.
throughout the course of your life, right? For me, it goes
Mm-hmm.
back to how I survived that transition of, oh my God, I'm going to high school and my commute was 90 minutes each way,
Oh, wow.
right? And
Yeah.
the rule was the fourth car. Like you got on the fourth car. And what we found in the fourth car was a whole community of Black students from the Caribbean, all traveling an hour and a half away from home to go to school together. And we just built that DNA of community and support systems, etc. For me, that's
Yeah.
how led to me understanding what it was to have a freedom of connection with the people in the community that you create. Now I hear my
Yeah.
Caribbean accent coming in because I'm talking.
I have the same problem. My Southern accent will kick in out of nowhere. Like, I'm like, "Where the hell did this come from?
But
Y'all,
that
who let her out? Put her back in."
no, come back, come back. Show us who you are. Yes.
People do find it entertaining when it slips. Um, normally, you can tell if I've gotten a bit inebriated because the Southern drawl comes out after a few cocktails. Yeah, that's what I know. I'm like, "Oops, shut up."
I love it. I love it.
Yes, but so we were talking kind of pre-show getting ready for ourselves, and I always regret that we do that because the good stuff is always there.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, but, uh, but we were talking about, like, this sense of the freedom through connection, of finding your people, of bringing people
Yes.
along, allowing people to help. I think for me, that was the biggest part around connection. And it's sort of related to this I don't know, but building something together builds a huge connection.
That part, and
Hmm.
being able to stick with it. Imagine 4 years of the same people, like, we made sure each other got to school, we did homework together,
Yes.
we then on the
We
way
looked out for
home,
each other.
like, if we
Hmm.
stayed late for after school activities, most time,
Hmm.
if one of us didn't have it, we stayed anyway. Why?
Hmm.
Because we were taking care of one another and
Yep.
saw that value of, "Right, now we all are heading home together."
We're connected. Yeah.
Let's be real, once we got home from the train, like, the train got us to Brooklyn, we
Yeah.
still had another minimum 20 minutes to still get home. So,
Yeah.
the train was only the
Yeah.
hour.
You're only the part of the whole thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think the other thing that I have seen a lot with connection recently, and we're going to talk about this, is building these connections over time. I have connections. I am proud to say that I have connections all over the world and in every continent. Not say that every country, but I can say in every continent I have a friend,
Yeah.
and someone that I have done business with
Mhm.
successfully, and we have a good relationship. And not a lot of people can say that. And it's also something that I have actually worked to cultivate, work to keep those relationships going, checking in with
Yeah.
them, just out of pure curiosity, friendship, kindness. How are you doing? Is everything going okay? Is there something I can help you with?
Yep.
Genuinely, is there anything I can help you with? And those build big bonds.
They do, and unexpected ones, especially when you have a given heart. It I literally was just talking about this last night. When you
Mhm.
have a given heart, uh, those connections become easier to
They do.
obtain, but also when you least expect it, you're then on the receiving end of gifts that you didn't even ask for, um,
No.
people who want to step up and support you when you yourself may
Mhm.
be going through a transition because
Mhm.
you built without looking for anything in return.
In return. It's the lack of transaction, and then you bring up a really good point. Connection is not about
No.
transaction, and I think that is where we see a lot of
Yeah.
misunderstanding, right?
Yes. Yes.
We had a transaction does not mean that we now have a connection.
Correct.
And I think connection comes from that back and forth, right? That we sat down, we collaborated on something, we solved the problem
Yes.
together. I gave you an example in the pre-call because it's been on my mind a lot lately.
Mm.
And it was a really great example of how you drive connection through how you ask for something. And at Amazon, we got a lot of both,
Yeah.
right? We got I need this. I need it right now. Jeff said it's a Bezos project, which almost always was bullshit. But then also I was like, they're all fucking Bezos
Project.
projects, asshole.
Exactly.
We all work for him. What is yours is higher on the list? Whatever. But I mean, now that I still have some anger about that. But anyway, so the emails would be, are the, the request would be, I
Mhm.
need this, I need it right
Yep.
now. It's a Bezos project, and this is how you have to do it. And of course, I don't know how you responded to that,
I don't
but
do well.
I was like immediately it shut down. Like I was like, wah, 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 wah. um, versus a method that I found worked really well, which is sort of the collaborative and storytelling, which is,
Yes.
hey, I got a problem,
Mhm.
or I have a
Mhm.
need, or I need your code, or I need this, or this, and here's why I need it, which is not
The
it's not a
compelling
Bezos.
why, the compelling why.
The compelling
Yes.
why, it's a customer experience, I have a project on hold, this, that, and the other, and then the last part of that drives the connection is the how can we make this happen? How can
Mhm.
we
Yes, collaboratively.
collaboratively make this happen?
Yes, yeah,
Not, you gotta go do it, but how, like, and so recently speaking with Andrew, as I told
yeah.
you, Andrew and I are gonna be reporting about Amazon Global, and we used to straight up horse trade.
Which is what you
Like,
have to do.
I'll give you my engineer for that engineer. Do you need me to write a document for you while you're doing this for me? Like, what do you need me to do? Like, what do you need me to do? You want me to write use cases? Like, you tell me.
But that's how you get the thing done. And
Done.
it's a respect. It's a respect
Yeah.
piece because that part
Yes.
of I need it right now is
Yes.
not respecting what other things that you also have on your plate.
You think I don't have something going on right now? Like, I mean, it was like so it would always be crazy, right? Like, oh, that's great because I was just sitting around with absolutely nothing to do today
Waiting,
because
just
I don't have
waiting.
900 containers on the water and an export program to run and an audit in Germany and we got some hazmat shit going down in Texas. Yes, but all by all means,
Fine.
please tell me about your Bezos project.
Whatever, but here's the thing, he's the visionary. All the
Right.
stuff is his.
Yeah.
Let's
Right. Exactly. That was
all the stuff is
it's
his.
all his. Yeah.
But that for me is a part of my approach in my business, right? I got
Mhm.
this Tiana, Tiana framework that is and
Yeah.
is the negotiator, like getting everyone in the room to actually listen and find that shared story as to why we're doing this together. A is a liner, making sure now that we understand that everyone's moving forward together. We
Yes.
build bridges based off of our connections and our
Yeah.
willingness to respect, and then not in respect in the ask, but now that support is a
Yes.
critical component of what that connection and long-term connection, it's
Yeah.
not just the right now. You see
It's not
once you've seen that
transactional.
value in one another, it it
Yes.
could be today, tomorrow, and then it may be 3
Forever.
years from now. But because of
Yeah.
that bond that you initiated, it's as if 3 years from now is yesterday.
Yes. It's true. And you touched on something that was really interesting there. It's beyond respect in the request because I've seen that too, right? I've seen the I'm gonna very respectfully and sticky sweet and ooey
Wait, wait,
gooey
wait, wait.
ask you to please do this for
If
me.
you have
And
to say
oh, I love
respectfully,
you so much. You're my bestie. I couldn't make it without you. And then they just dump that shit on you. Okay. It's the actual connection is in the finding the solution together.
but Kim, you just said something. You actually started and said respectfully. And the fact that someone has the audacity to say
Say it.
respectfully means that you already know you come in non-respectfully, and you have created a talking point to make sure and say in your request unacceptable, because then you're
Unacceptable
really not actually
if you have to say
operating
it.
in respect.
Yeah. It's like the people who you'll be having this big conversation, all of a sudden they'll be like, "Well, honestly," I'm like, "Wait a minute. Uh, what was the last 40 minutes? Was that like
But here's the piece. I
we're
I will
not?"
say I will say I catch myself sometimes say, "Well, honest,"
You do,
and then
yeah.
I'm like, "Wait a second, let me be clear. All of this was honest, but the folks who don't acknowledge that, oh, oops, I said that, but that doesn't mean that everything I didn't say wasn't honest." Like, oh, now I got a question because you didn't catch it for yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's the connection is the building the solution
Mhm,
together,
mhm,
is the coming
mhm.
together, to help each other, and that's what it almost always looks like when you do it right?
That part.
Is because everybody's taking something away that's a positive.
And it's together.
Yes.
It's not just, but here, I was gonna say it's not just one person. Over time, it's not one person. So I want folks to
Yeah.
hear that part, is that collaboration in the moment may be, if it's between Kim and I, it may be a Kim win in this season. If
Yep.
your relationship is right, a Tiana win may come. And
Yes.
it doesn't necessarily have to be with Kim. You gotta understand that. Our connection can lend
Mhm.
itself so that
Yeah.
others show up in that moment unexplainably, unexpectedly. But
Yes.
because of what we built, all things that then follow based off our connection is gonna be strong no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah. It is. And we haven't said the network word yet, and a connection is a lot like networking, and I don't say networking on purpose. I didn't wanna start with this with networking because people are like, "Ugh, networking." Because it has this sort of, like, connotation of, like, it's transactional, right? Like, I'm gonna plug into you when I need something, and then I'm gonna unplug.
It's the business
Um,
jargon. That's what
it's
makes
a business
people
jargon.
disconnect from it.
Uncomfortable with
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's not something like when people are like, "Kim, you need to be more networking." I'm like, "I'd rather just stab myself in the eye." But I will get on the phone and talk to my connections all day long, which is actually networking. So in the context of business,
Yes.
we've been talking about sort of this
Yes.
interpersonal
Yes.
relationships with business, getting along with people, but in the concept of building a business and having a network,
Yeah.
my experience has been these connections, a lot of my connections have been built through I don't wanna say trauma bonds, but maybe. Um,
Being in the trenches, like,
being in the trenches, the band of sisters and brothers that we became
yeah.
by, working until 2 o'clock in the morning and commuting together and making sure everybody got home
Mhm.
okay and that you had a
Yep.
ride and, "Oh, your wife's not talking to you. Okay, I'll take you home from the ferry." Because this is the 8th day in a row that you've worked straight.
Yes.
She's not picking your ass up anymore. "Alright, I'll take you
Yep.
home." Um
Yep.
but it's kinda born out of the trenches, and when you start to build those relationships, 1, you start to build a lot of
Yeah.
trust because you help each other,
Yeah.
and I don't think that we can not talk about trust enough.
We can. And I'll be honest, I think the majority of the weddings I've attended have been of those who I was in the trenches with.
Yeah.
Right? And honestly, in our days at Amazon, we were up against holidays. Like, being able
Oh,
to go
everything.
home for holidays was very rare, and that those people we were in the trenches with is who sat down and had our meals
Like,
with and
we
enjoyed.
did, that's true. We broke
We
bread
broke bread often,
all the
very
time.
often, and,
Yeah.
there's something about that connection at a meal, which is very different from the connection that I left the office. Um,
Yeah.
lifetime. It's very
Yeah.
very different questions conversations at the dinner
11
table.
PM, finally eating dinner is a whole different and,
Yes.
always had to be something weird that Garish insisted that we had to have from some odd location.
He's a foodie.
Anyway,
He's a foodie.
he was a foodie. I'm like, can we have a foodie moment at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and not 11 p.m.? Because 'Cause I'm just fucking hungry. And we're not making good decisions now. It was a different time, but it is that bond of connection, and then you have this group of people that you can go through. So let's or go to and go through, when you need help, when you need assistance, when you need just to grow.
Correct.
And if you do it right, those people pop out of the woodwork, and they're there for you. Hello.
Hello.
When you need them and you didn't know you needed them.
I mean, I we talk about G often because that was our experience, like, that was
I
our
gotta get
leader,
him.
and I'll tell you today, I can call G, I'm like, "Alright, G, I've decided that I'm going for the next job. Can I put you again on the list as my reference?" And he's there.
Oh, yeah.
There, right? It's
I've called G a couple times just to chit chat, just to be like, "Man, what are you up to?
that
Like, what's going
too,
on?"
that too, like,
And it's like a never.
yes.
Yeah, we do, not 100%, I'm gonna say is a trauma bond. For me personally, that's a trauma bond. We cried for each other. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yes, it's real, it's real. We all did.
It
We
is.
all did,
We
and
did.
I personally, um this is the connection, right? After my mom
Yeah,
passed, the
yeah,
grace and kindness, the
yeah.
support that G provided me,
He
like,
did.
I tell you to this day, I love the leaders I've had over the years, but that in that moment, he gave me
It was big.
more than what I realized I needed to
Mhm.
continue on, and for that, I
Yeah,
will always be thankful, like, the
yeah,
connection is real.
yeah. With G. It is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, talk us through, Tiana. We like to wrap things up with like 3 ways that you can start building connection, okay? Because you can't go it alone, as you told us.
Yes, you can't.
So,
You can't.
what can
So,
you do?
number 1, listen to understand, folks. I please, not just to respond to what you think you heard. Use it. It helped me in my career heavily. Prior episode you may want to go listen to, I talked about that Japan situation. If I wasn't
Yes.
willing to listen and understand the why, we wouldn't have gotten to a solution. Critical
Yep.
as you're pursuing your business.
Yep.
Step number 2 is facilitate constructive dialogue. It doesn't hurt to dig in, go further. Tension may arise, but it's how you pause,
Yes.
listen, right? And then turn the conversation around. It is possible. In that moment, a conflict can turn into a shared solution if you are open and willing to.
Yep.
And the third step I have is prioritize collaboration. It's not just the one time. Going back to the 4th car, um, we were people who looked out for each other. So that ultimate freedom of connection is what allowed for us to survive that season and what led to us to be where we are today.
Yep.
Even look at Kim and I now. Like,
Yeah.
prioritizing collaboration, we could have left our relationship at it back in the day,
Back in the day.
but
20 years ago,
20
right?
years ago, but oh
Yeah.
Lord, gosh,
I
um,
know. Don't do the math too hard.
but
Don't do the math too hard.
look at us now, right? As
Yeah.
if we never left.
It is as if we ever left. Everything you said is absolutely spot on. The one thing that I will add on to this is that once you can open yourself to creating connection, and the best way to do that is through
Yeah.
collaboration, you really start to understand the people that you work with, how they think, what their expertise might be.
Yep.
And once you do that and you're open yourself and you've gone through your I don't know exercises,
Mhm. Mhm.
you meet someone else, right? And you're getting to understand what they want or need or blah, blah, blah. And maybe I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't help you. I don't know,
Right.
right? Because we've conquered that.
Right.
But I really understand this other person under here because we worked together on something else.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let me connect you with them.
The bridge.
And then that's how it happens.
Build the bridge.
And then that person knows something, and that is how the connections happen is and because it's not about you just connecting with other people. It's about you connecting other people
To other people.
to other
Come on.
people.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is the sweet spot.
Building that bridge. I love it. I love it. I just
Yes.
enjoy
And the connections will expand. Just start with 1.
come on.
And then it's 2, and then the multiplier effect, before you know it, you will have connections across the globe, across industries, across everything.
That part.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. All right, Tiana, that is us for today on Freedom Friday. We will be back with you guys next week.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.